The biggest feature for Minecraft 1.21 has officially released in Snapshots. The trial chambers, the breeze, and the new mysterious key item are here. We'll be covering absolutely everything you need to know about these new features in today's video, but real quick, this is currently only on Snapshots for Java Edition. It'll be releasing in Bedrock betas soon. And let's take a look at the breeze. This is the new guy, remarkably similar to a blaze. Absolutely cool looking. I mean, look at those eyebrows. He's got the angry eyebrows on. So this guy is a pretty quick mover. He's described as a cunning and smart mob, and of course it is hostile to the player. Now, as you can see, it can kind of run around, but it's also known for jumping. Now, I figured the best way to get to know this guy is to just go into survival mode and see what's up with it. Okay, that's a way different movement than I expected. It likes to go fast. The breeze only does damage to you if it's a direct hit with that projectile, as you saw there, but if you're wearing full diamond armor, it appears that it doesn't really do any damage. As you can see, I'm mostly just taking fall damage from the guy. Now, you really get knocked back from him. It's like a lot of knockback. It's actually really fun. I can see how this could actually be quite the challenge, especially if you have multiple of them, because the knockback along with the constant movements is actually a good balance. One of the funnest things about the breeze is that it's kind of like a copper golem. So if we let this guy shoot a projectile at any of these things, it's going to activate it. He can activate doors and trapdoors. He can blow out candles even on cakes, activate buttons, ring bells, and flip levers. So let's see those in action. We'll let this guy fire at us. So as you can see there, the projectiles, if they hit it directly or nearby, will actually activate all of those things, which is quite fun. So this is actually a better copper golem. They did add it to the game, but it just looks a bit different than we saw at Minecon. What happened to you, poor copper golem? I'm so sorry. So let's see how strong this guy is. I just have a regular unenchanted diamond sword, and it takes 5 regular hits to kill this guy, as you can see. So it's actually a fairly strong mob. For comparison, the zombie only takes 3 hits with a diamond sword to die, so the breeze has nearly double the health. And from my knowledge, zombies have 20 hearts, so the breeze is actually pretty strong. Something of note, the breeze won't actually activate iron trapdoors or doors with its projectile attack, and it also won't activate things that are being powered. So this door and these trapdoors are being powered in place, so it's not going to activate those either. Big question, will the iron golem attack it? And it seems like it does. That's good, but the breeze doesn't seem to care about it. And the snow golem also appears to care about it, but the breeze currently does not fight back. Oh no, Snow Golem, what have you done? No, Snow Golem. He died. I think it would be great if the breeze would actually fire its projectiles at the snow golems and the iron golems. That way we can more easily use the breeze for contraptions and farms. That would be amazing. Okay, you know, once is a coincidence, but twice is just like fate. A couple of days ago, Mojang revealed this new key item in a little preview teaser, and this is called the trial key, and this is what it looks like. Now, this actually stacks to 64, so that's convenient, but currently there is no use for this item, so we have all the room in the world to speculate and come up with ideas for what we should use this for. Now, it looks like it has copper in it, and it also looks like it has maybe a little bit of skulk in it. Like, that's definitely the same-ish color palette. Okay, we gotta try it just for the giggles. It doesn't do anything, guys. It just doesn't work. You know, maybe it didn't work because this portal actually got overwritten by a trial chamber. Okay, come on, big money. It's not activating my portal. I'm literally so sad and depressed right now. Literally unplayable. Minecraft 1.21 is ruined. The trial spawners are fairly huge structures. I mean, look at this. There is a lot to see in this place. There is just so many rooms. There's different corridors, a ton of the different trial spawners. This is a procedurally generated structure, so every single trial chamber is going to be different from one another. That way, they're always a unique experience, and they also vary in size drastically. So the trial chambers are a fairly common structure, and you're going to find them at medium deepness in the world. As you can see, we're just barely entering the deep slate layers here, and we already found a fairly large structure. Currently, there's a problem with the trial chambers in that the skulk, lush caves, and the aquifers can actually overwrite them and be inside of them. Once they're actually added in 1.21, you're not going to see any skulk in here, for example. Originally, I thought this was an aquifer, but I don't think it is. I think this is just a water level. We got our first ever water level in Minecraft. That doesn't count the monument. This is actually pretty cool. Now you can see that there's a bunch of beds sprinkled around this place, and there's even a ton of loot chests as well. Now my big question about the trial chambers is, where's the entrance? How are you supposed to actually get inside of this thing? And How are you supposed to find the right way into it? Because I'm guessing you kind of just break into a wall and then, yeah, just have fun with it. So all around the trial chamber, you're going to be finding various loot chests, and these, of course, come with loot in them. We got a couple of different enchanted books, and you're going to be finding a variety of things in here. You can also find barrels, and this one had torches in it. And, of course, there's also decorated pots for you to smash, which have useful items in them, I guess. All the dispensers around the walls have things like snowballs, water buckets, or arrows in them, and those can be activated, of course, by the breeze or by yourself. You can also get splash potions of slowness along with poison in here and fire charges as well. So these dispensers on the walls are actually something to look out for. So final tally for all the loot is all of this stuff up here, which is okay for the early-ish game. And then we also got a couple of decent enchanted books out of it, a notch apple, and then, of course, 2 diamond axes as well. So there's actually secret rooms in this place as well that you'll need to keep an eye out for. If you look through this grate, there's actually a door, and this goes to a little micro bedroom where you can find a notch apple. So that's pretty solid, actually. You can also get ender pearls, which isn't too bad. So there's quite a wide variety of things that you can find in these loot chests. Like, there's seriously stuff everywhere. I don't have access to the loot table, Jason's, or whatever, because I'm not a big brain, but there's a lot of junk. I've looted this entire place now, and it's actually really, really well built. It's confusing, it's sprawling, there's staircases, there's a lot of height and dimensions to it, there is all kinds of stuff happening, and the addition of the secret rooms and little things like this trapdoor right here, which goes somewhere, is actually a pretty good addition. Like, this goes up to a whole another floor. Like, this actually uses the crawling mechanics to get you from one place to another, and that is so fun. So yeah, pay attention to these grates and trapdoors, because they'll actually lead you to new parts of the dungeon for you to explore. The chests are not the only place for you to get loot. There is a lot of these trial spawners, and I mean an absolute ton of these things. There's 5 just within this one room, and once you beat them, they spawn in some loot. I gotta give a hand to the sound designers, because these sound amazing. The trial spawners come with 8 unique types of mobs, and they're broken down into 3 different groups: melee, small melee, and ranged. For your melee mobs, you get zombies, husks, and slimes from the trial spawners. For small melee, you got spider, cave spider, baby zombie, and silverfish. And for the ranged mobs, there's skeletons, strays, and then skeletons with poison-tipped arrows. Each trial chamber is going to be unique, and it's going to pick 3 different mobs: 1 melee, 1 small melee, and 1 ranged. So every time you fight these things, not only are they going to be different structures and procedurally generated, the mobs that you fight are also going to be unique as well, which is really going to help with replayability and exploring these things across your Minecraft world. Now, if you're in creative mode or spectator, you can't activate these trial chamber spawners, and there's currently 5 just within this little room right here, so I figure I'll just jump straight into the fire and we'll see what happens. That is such a cool animation. Oh my god. Okay, there's stuff everywhere now. I probably should have brought a shield. I don't know how many mobs these things spawn. Now, there's also some unique specialty rooms in this place that will give you the breeze, so you're not going to get breezes from every spawner, and these trial spawners will only spawn 1 type of mob as well. I originally thought they would spawn multiple types, but that is not the case. Now, I am just 1 player, so this is actually the lowest difficulty. If you bring in more players, then it's going to be a lot more strays. Now, we're getting absolutely pinwheeled over here, and I haven't even gotten, like, past this little room yet. So if you're fighting these on your own, you're going to be in for quite a treat, because this is actually going to be a pretty great dungeon. These dungeons are intended to be replayed dozens or hundreds of times by the entire server, and there you go. You saw that we just activated and defeated the spawner. Now, it appears that the only loot that we're getting is the trial key, but that's fine. If only it had a use right now. Baked potatoes! Okay, this is acceptable reward for my troubles. 3 of them. I was hoping for a couple more than a snack, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay, Minecraft. I'll take the baked potatoes. It seems that once you get within 13 blocks of the spawner, that's when it will activate, which is actually quite a distance, so I think you'll probably be activating a couple of these through walls. So this one with the tough blocks around it is the one that actually gives you the breeze. Another thing to know about the trial chambers is that they'll spawn mobs in any light levels. So like strays, for example, they only spawn in light level of 0, but these guys can spawn in any light level because it's a trial chamber spawner. And here we go, we got slime spawners as well. This is something that people spotted during Minecraft Live. I wasn't sure if it was a real thing because, you know, slime chunks are a thing that exists. But yeah, we actually got slime spawners in here. Once you've defeated a trial spawner, it's gonna go on cooldown for 30 minutes. So you can technically farm these things, and since you can get like, you know, 8 or so of them in a little bit of a radius of you, you could set up a pretty decent mob farm, but the 30-minute cooldown is insane. And keep in mind, all we're getting right now is baked potatoes and trial keys. Now, during Minecraft Live, we saw diamonds pop out of these things. I have not seen that yet, and I've fought at least like 10 or 12 of them. And I did actually get a couple of emeralds from a trial spawner, but that was after 3 of these trial chambers. Also, you can tell when they're on cooldown because they have these little black smoke particles coming out of them, so that's how you know that they won't be activated for another 30 minutes. Here's another trial chamber, and this one actually has 2 geodes inside of it. That's probably another bug that they're going to be working on fixing, but more importantly, this one has a powdered snow room because of course it can. This is amazing. This with a bunch of strays and some breezes in here, this is not going to be good for anybody's health. I'm already sick and tired of it. Yeah, so you gotta do like parkour to get around this place, so that's great. This is all powdered snow, by the way. Every single one of these is powdered snow. Oh man, that's great. Yo, we also get these epic things on the ceiling as well. There is so much to parkour in here. These are legitimately very fun and very well made dungeons. Highly recommend. Good stuff all around. There's even pots to smash. I mean, come on. I think we need to have a conversation about the loot tables though, because the loot chests are pretty rough, and the stuff that you get from the trial spawners is also pretty rough as well. I don't think a lot of people are going to be coming in here risking their lives for some unknown trial keys and some baked potatoes. Okay, I'll risk my life for baked potatoes, but I am not a normal person, okay? So I don't think we can extrapolate this data. Now, it did say in the change logs that the loot is not final, so it will be changing, and that is great because we definitely need some better things in these loot chests than tough blocks and bamboo planks, and the trial spawners should also give you something decent. They're going to be really a major pain to farm, so I would actually be fine with diamonds in it. And that's saying something. Renewable diamonds would be wild, but they have a 30-minute cooldown, so I think we can do something wild. And yes, every single thing in these structures can be destroyed, so if you need to remove this place for any reason, or you just want to steal the huge amount of copper blocks to make like 2 copper trapdoors, then you can actually do that. And yes, the trial spawners can also be mined as well. It's just very slow, about the same speed as reinforced deep slate. This is efficiency 5 netherite, and you cannot acquire these spawners or move them or anything like that. Now, just because they are procedurally generated doesn't mean that you won't see the same rooms every now and again. I saw the same room in the previous dungeon with the strays and the breeze up there, but otherwise, this dungeon is very different. To be honest, this little spawner that is kind of broken into the place actually has better loot than the, you know, structure itself. I guess if you really want some low enchanted iron gear, this is the place to go. But again, I'm complaining, but they're gonna change the loot tables. It's temporary loot tables, guys. Don't worry about it. So in case you think the trial chambers are going to be difficult to find, they can be fully exposed, and they can also be inside the deep dark biome. Oh yeah, this one's like right inside an ancient city. That's fine, you know, add a little bit of spice to your trial chamber. Also, here's a doorway. Oh, they do have doors. Okay. Gee, I wonder what this one spawns. A bunch of ugly, disgusting spiders. That's what it spawns. Get out of here. And that's a full breakdown of the breeze, trial key, and trial chambers. If you like this video, then drop a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.